Today's session is the fast track video script, which is essentially giving you the step-by-step, the actual script and how to create a video that's going to convert a prospect from being cold into moving them up the ladder of trust and then into booking an appointment with you or submitting a CV, etc. So we're going to take you through what this looks like in a second. We're going to break it down step by step with you and make it as simple as it can be. Literally, this is what you do on this slide. This is what you do on this slide. This is what you do on this slide. This is what you say, etc., etc. So you've got to follow the step solution. So that's today's training. Now, for those of you, Dion's on the call. For those of you I've not spoken to for a week or two, maybe more, those you've not heard from, even those who are on every single week who we share the love. Last week or two, what's been your big win? What's been your big win? Straight after the training, which lasts about 60 minutes, we're going to get Mitch on the call first. We're going to go through Mitch's double R strategy. Mitch had some, I can't remember what it was, Mitch. Is it a 70% open rate you had on your double R strategy and a good reply rate? But we're going to go and share some more templates. In fact, I haven't got the templates on this machine. I have to do it on spec. So what's been your big win? The last 14 days, have you got a strategy that's been converted at 70% like Mitch? Can it be scaled? Or have you got a need for candidates and at the minute you're struggling to get candidates? So what's been your big lesson? But first off, capital W, what's been your big win? My big win for the group has been twofold. One I mentioned to all of you. Brant's on the call. Brant shared his referral strategy with us about 2-3 weeks ago. And the email I got from Brant the other day, or I think it's Friday, Brant shared that just by the very first strategy we've applied with Brant, it looks like he's going to almost double his business by using a very simple referral strategy. So that's been a big win for me. Another win for me has been Paul. Paul works in sales in London, and he's having his best quarter ever with fewer members in the team. So he's normally got 6 in his team. He's got 4 at the moment, and he's on course for his best quarter ever with fewer members of staff by applying. I think it's a combination of prospect grabber and double R. In fact, I might get Paul onto a hot seat in the next few weeks. So my 2 wins for the group are those. I think Brant, because we applied a real simple strategy. It looks like when it kicks in, it's going to, I think, Brant, you said 2/3 to double. So 2/3 to double in the business just from one strategy. And the other win's been Paul. Best quarter ever by working fewer hours. His team's actually reduced by 1/3. Those being my 2 wins. What's been your big 2 wins of the week, guys? Let me know. Time to the box. Let me know what's been working for you guys. Hey, Barry. Hey, Laura. Hey, Mark. Hey, Tan. I'm not going to go for every name because we are running behind schedule. Let me know. So, Keith, my wins. Lead magnets working properly. We're starting to get positive comments and voyeurs. Andy, you used to have an explainer video on your website and you don't anymore. What's the thinking behind that decision? We're going to cover that. Good question, Johnny. John Salt, e-grabber and double R strategies working for a hard-to-fill role. Good stuff. That's a really, in fact, we'll come to that in a couple of weeks, John. While we're on the call, guys, we're actually creating a double R number 2, which has got done-for-you solutions, done-for-you templates, how to scale it across your business. So if you're using double R across 5-6 consultants, how can they all use it, etc. So we're creating those as we speak now, and we're testing those as we speak. All of you who've used double R, I want you to do the following. And this isn't a please can you. This is a I'm actually requesting as part of being an inner circle member. All of you who've used double R, I want you to send me the following. I want you to send me your results. So Andy, we've done this. We've got 50% open rate, a 20% reply rate, or we filled a role with this message. I want you to send me your metrics, number 1, and your message. And this isn't a please can you. I'm actually requesting for the good of the entire group. Okay? So send me a message. I want a Word document or a Pages document, please, with double R. I want to know what your open rate was, what your reply rate was. Did you get X amount of candidates out of it, X amount of client appointments, or what did you get out of that process, and the message itself, okay? So lots of you using sort of similar templates. Even if you've tweaked the templates we've given you, send me them. Why? Because in the next few weeks, we're going to be putting together a masterclass on this and giving you the entire working collateral of what's getting 50, 60, 70, 80% open rates, what's getting 20, 30, 40, 50% reply rates, what's getting clients and candidates now using double R. So please, normally I'd say, would it be nice to? I'm actually requesting for the good of the group. You're in the group for a reason. We reject a lot of people but you guys are in it because you're pretty cool. So I'm asking you to now give a bit back for the rest of the group, and you're all going to benefit from that. So send it to Inner Circle out, and we'll get that collated. So well done, John. eGrab and RRR. Brant, 2 new search leads from 2 referral partners, 1 from Superstar, 1 from a new referral. So Brant, I'm not sure what your average week is in first week of February. Is that 10%? Is it double? Is it 3-4 times? Based on your email, you're going to double your business, which I'm buzzing about. Keith, VA is building a niche market sector of 800 candidates per month. Awesome. Keith, if that's what we discussed on the phone a few weeks ago, we might have to get you onto a hot seat next few weeks. If it's what we discussed about the data we're testing, let me know. Give me a bit more context. Keith, send me an email with context around that win. Barry, more jobs taken on last week than ever or than over the last 3 months. Barry, how did you do that? Keith, the question, if you could, come back to the back of the call. We're going to come to the questions. Brant, I had 100,000, well done. I had a $100,000 search confirmed yesterday from a client. It's been working for 5 years. I'm taking a client through a 7-step performance hiring system. That's for those of you guys who are not going to call Dion, prime example. You've got an awesome business. How to sell your signature system, how to sell your high price services is what Johnny's talking about here, Dion. Make sure you've watched this. I'm taking a client through the 7-step performance hiring system and a candidate through the 12-step candidate system. Awesome. This gives the opportunity to refine it and make it super slick and simple for the client and candidates and give me social proof. Trust me, part of the process. Brilliant. Good stuff. Dion's on the ball. Right, guys, good wins. Any lessons? Last week or two, any lessons? Right. Andy, do you know what? I've worked out that my key focus, what's working for me is if I use eGrabber, then I use RRR, I'm getting a better rate than my consultants going out and using emails. It could be the opposite. What's been your lesson? Something you can apply in your business. Or what's gone really, really badly? How can we 180 it? What's gone bad in the last week? Maybe you've had problems with one of your consultants. Maybe you had a problem with onboarding a client. Maybe you've got a problem with onboarding a new consultant. Maybe you had a problem with, you've done a webinar and it's completely bombed. What's been your lesson? What's been your lesson? Last week or two? Come on, guys, 30 seconds. I'm happy and buzzing. We've got loads of wins, but also any lesson, anything you've messed up. Let's be honest about this. What can we improve? Okay, guys, you're being shy on the lesson. I'm going to move forward, conscious of time. So today we're focusing on creating a video that takes a prospect from being cold into taking the next step. So we always talk about problem solution. We always talk about we want to be positioned as an expert in the marketplace. So if you can imagine this, what we're detailing is when someone comes to a landing page. So say, for example, someone comes to a landing page and they signed up for a webinar, or they signed up for a lead magnet, so download your 7 top tips on how to fill in the blank. Then what do they do next? Now, you know the next step is they should be taken to a thank you page. Now, what we're going to do today is we're going to upskill the thank you page. So some of the things you can do on the thank you page is you can have the prospect go to fill out a survey, have the prospect to upload a CV, etc., etc. Now what we're going to do is start to go into something a little bit more advanced. On the thank you page, we're going to be adding a video. And there's 2 types of video we can add. So if you imagine I've come to a landing page and I've given you my email address, so I've come to a landing page, or I've come to a webinar registration page, and then as soon as I've given you my details, you come through to a thank you page. So we've got a video here, most of you guys know Ken. It might be we come through to, so you're going to have a case study. It could be they come through to, you have a presentation by yourself. It could be you're on screen yourself. So if you go to, and what Johnny was asking, why have we changed our video? The reason why I changed our, in fact, let's get rid of that. So the reason why we've changed our video, Johnny, is because we've been testing what converts. And a funnel is a thing that converts. So today, what we want to focus on is when someone comes to your webinar, or when someone downloads your 7 top tips, or if someone comes and requests a proposal from you, or if someone uploads a CV, what do we do next? what do we do next? So we want to have a process in place. So very simply, a funnel. We want to have a funnel in place. That means, and let me draw this on my iPad so we can make this nice and visual for you. We want to have a funnel in place. But the funnel we're going to use now for the second step is going to be a video. And it's not just going to be a video of you just yapping away or a presentation on this is what we do. We're following a process, a 9-box process that converts, okay? So what this looks like, let me ask in the chat box, do you all know what a funnel is? Do you know what I mean when I say, yeah, we're going to have a landing page into a webinar page? Who does and who doesn't? And I won't name check you if you don't, I promise you. I don't want to be in any way disrespectful, but I want to make sure we're moving at the right pace. Okay. Okay, so let me just give you an example then. So I'm in lead pages. I'm just going to create a random, let me see, be the hunted. Let's put this page up. So this page converted at 66%. We had 312 people register for this webinar, okay? So what happens is, let's go in and actually edit it. 1 second. And I was going to show you this afterwards, guys, but it's very, very simple. So here's my landing page. So I'm doing a webinar, or you could have a webinar page, or you could have a lead magnet page. So here's my landing page. And let me just scroll down. There's a thank you page. So I'm going to make this a thank you page. Hopefully I get no technical problems. Apologies for being slow and say this is an older Mac now. Let me just publish this. So this is what's going to happen. So this is our landing page. So your prospect comes to the landing page. It could be a webinar. It could be they come to download 7 top tips from your website. It could be anywhere. So they're going to enter their details. So Andy, let's do a test. Andy at andy.com. Yeah, I want to reserve my seat. Then automatically it's taken through to a video. So what we've not done is we've not asked them to fill out a survey. We've not asked them to upload the CV. We've given them a video. Why would we do this? And that's what we're going to come to now. So that's what we're talking about. Very simple funnel. The thank you page is going to have a video. So whether they upload a CV, take them to a video. Whether they register for a webinar, you might take them to a video. They might download your 7 top tips, take them to a video. So that's what we're doing, guys. Does that make sense in terms of what we're doing as a very overarching strategy? I don't expect you to know how to do it or why you do it and the problems of doing it and what you're going to solve and what's going to give you. That's what we're coming to. Now, for those of you who've not typed in the chat box, I will start name checking you and I'll start to start sharing those private pictures of you. So do let me know, guys. Does that make sense? Cool. Good. So let's get into this then. So what we're looking to do is create a funnel and create a funnel that converts. So the problem that happens at the moment is you might have, for example, you're doing lots of webinars or you're doing just the content canon, or you might be doing just one thing, and it's probably going to work. It's probably going to get some form of results. But the problem we've got nowadays is in the marketplace, as you start to get more advanced, you apply more elements to your business, in the marketplace, there's a lot of noise in recruitment. And I had John Salt email me this week. He said, have you seen this? And it's a company that I never considered to be a competitor because what they do is really old-fashioned, really, in fact, I won't be in any way negative. but they're not what I term a competitor. And then John contacted me, and John's not the first person. Other people contacted me who are actually not in the inner circle. And essentially, they've mirrored what we've done. We've been doing now for a few years. And the language they've used, you can see that's a bit close to the bone. Say la vie, these things happen, but say every single week we're creating new strategies, and that's why it's cool. But the problem you got in recruitment, you're being told things by, not you, but the general public, being told, do this, do this, do this. And lots of it is just noise. And when you get noise, you haven't got a face. You've got no face. So what you want to do is elevate yourself above the brand. And what happens is, in recruitment, quite often, recruiters are not given the greatest respect from clients and also from candidates. They don't know who you are. So if you're just going to do one base strategy, you're going to do more than what 99.9% are going to do. But often what we do with our marketing doesn't have a face. Next, although it's going to get results, we want to go from being good to awesome. And we're limited what we can do in terms of our personality. Now I know most of you pretty close now. Most of you on the call, we've had private conversations right from the very first strategy session, emails, we shared videos, lots of you shared family things in me and whatever else. And I know your personalities. And this isn't to blow sunshine. I'm not built that way, I don't do small talk. Something my wife really, really hates about me. I'm not very good in an environment whereby small talk is the driver for the day. I'm not very good at it. But I'm not here just shaking things up, trying to give you a compliment. It's not. You guys have got personality. You've got different personalities. Some of you are wacky. Laura's focusing on her horses. Dion's in a cool fashion niche. Barry's crazy. He's got the cruelest sense of humor I know. You've all got different personalities, and different personalities will warrant different results in different ways, but it doesn't come across often. And we want to start to get your personality across. Next, I'm going to let Arnie do the talking here. You don't want to be the same as everyone else. You don't. As much as you look at the marketplace and you say, well, ABC are doing this and XYZ are doing this, I might deviate a little bit and do webinars, etc. I want you guys to become the face of the brand. And I said this to all of you. I said it to pretty much all of you either on the strategy session or the first time we spoke or you've seen it on the webinar. Either you become the face of the brand or the brand becomes the face of the industry. But in some way, you want to become the driver for the brand. When you become the driver for the brand, when you start to get consultants on board, and we got in fact, a new member who's not on the call today, and his key challenge is this. He uses, he's got a really good model, but what he does is he has got a fairly good approach to process, but he just gets graduates on board. So graduates come on board, he trains them up, he gives them the steps, he gives them the script, and then they tend to leave after 1.5 years to 2 years. And one thing he was looking at was, what am I doing wrong? What he doesn't want to be doing is making sure that all of his consultants become the face of the brand. Why? Because they become the face of that niche. And then they leave and they become the face of the niche continually. So that's why I want leaders to become the face of the brand, which is you guys. That's why you're on the call now. You want to become the brand leader for your market, for your business, but then become the brand and market leader. And you become the face of that also. Right, I need media salespeople. Right, I need Keith. You want to start to think that way. And you're going to think, oh, Andy, I can't do that, I can't do that. We're going to come to that in a second. The next problem we got is this. You do a webinar and you get 300 people come to it, you get 150 people register, they sign up, and then they go, yeah, I'm coming to this webinar, and then nothing happens next. So why they've micro-committed, given you their contact details and said, I want to see this webinar that Dion's doing with Brad Pitt, I want to see this webinar that Taylor's doing with George Clooney, or I want to download the 7 top tips from Mark. What happens next? Now, you might well take them into a survey, which is awesome. You might well get them to submit a CV, also awesome. But we want to start to get you guys becoming the brand leader and positioned. We want to maximize the lead. So when they've micro-committed, the next page is, oh, that's who's holding the webinar. That's what Dion looks like. That's what Mark looks like. That's what Rachel looks like. Oh, that's Steve. Steve's a little bit witty, isn't he? I'll tell you what, Tanner's got a really good, he's got great body language. That guy's in control. We want to maximize the lead. So we don't want to go out and create a separate campaign where I'm going to do videos and I'm going to be front of the marketplace. Yes, we can do that. We can create videos, put them on YouTube. We can share them with the marketplace. whatever it might be. But while someone's micro-committed, then you share yourself with them. Get yourself in front of them. Get them to know who you are straight away. And this is the overarching theme here. And I've said this probably about 6 months ago to come what training we were on. Your clients are going to be in one or two places. Now, for those of you who are nurturing your clients, so you've got an autoresponder in place and you're doing regular value adds, whether it be a Maven webinar, whatever it might be, what's going to start to happen is this. You'll start to get people come to you and say, yeah, I saw the first time you put that candidate out 3 years ago, but then you started doing something 6 months ago. I saw you on a webinar with George Clooney. I started to take a bit of notice. Then I listened to your webinar with Brad Pitt. I read your article on ABC. We're ready to move forward now. So they're not ready right at that time. But what happens if they come to a webinar and they're just getting into buyer-ready mode, and then you give them the opportunity to move forward right now? So rather than they come to a page and then you're going to survey them or give them some good value, etc., but come to a page, they're actually looking to move forward, or they're looking to change their career, or they're looking to changing their talent provider. So at any one point, anywhere between 2 and 8% of your visitors to your website can be ready to move forward. So as an average, we say 5%. So 5% are ready to move forward. So we need to grab them while they're ready. Now, for some of you, in a smaller micro niche, the figure is going to be more elevated than that. So, for example, Brant's in a marketplace where I can't remember the exact figures, Brant, but I think it was under 2,000, I think, total prospects we were dealing with. And if I'm wrong, forgive me. So what we need to do is give value, and move them up the ladder of trust. But when they come to you, if they're ready to move forward and buy from you now, right, we're hiring, or I'm open to moving. Let's give them the opportunity to actually do that and move forward with you. And that's where we want to take them into either an inbound call, a career ignition call, or a strategy call. And we use the instant appointment system for those of you who haven't gone through that yet to do that. So we want to give them a fast track to make things happen. So you look at it this way. All of your clients, all of your candidates fit into two buckets. Fast track, I'm ready now. Slow track, I'm not ready now, but I might be in 6 months. I might be in 6 weeks. So you want to give them the opportunity to move forward right now. Does that make sense, guys? What we're looking to do. So they can move forward right now. Cool. James has been looking for something like this for a while. Good stuff. Brant, Aurora is a juice ball. Good stuff. Okay, let me just check the questions, make sure we're all good. Okay, good. Well, let's do this. Let me ask you then. So Barry said this could be perfect for him now, given he's got a webinar. It's not converting as well as he wants it to, but they can move forward into the next stage. James will be waiting for this. Can you recognize in your business now that there are clients who are ready to move forward now and those who are not ready to move forward now, those who need to be nurtured a bit more? Or candidates, they could, for example, just move into a great new contract with ABC Banking, but the contract ends in 2 months, could be a short contract, might be ready to be open to a conversation in a month's time, or it could be fill in the blank. Can you see how this can apply to your business? Your clients and candidates fit into two buckets, the fast track and the slow track. That's why we nurture, but we also use very direct strategies with double R, for example, to shake the tree and see what's available now. See who's ready to move forward now. Good. Let's move forward then. I'm conscious of time. So the solution, how do we make this happen then? How do we actually make sure that if they're ready to move forward, they're going to move forward? Or if they want to be nurtured, we can start to actually sow the seeds. The first thing we need to do is start to position yourself as the expert. So we do awesome things with webinars. We do awesome things with content. The amount of people who have come to us because they've seen a video of me walking to the gym about 7 in the morning. I've got a beard, I've got a black hat on, and I'm talking about, I think it was talking about getting off LinkedIn. The response we got from that was incredible. The response we're getting from podcasts is incredible because you're real. You're real. You're a real person. You're behind the mask. Now, if you're going to do webinars, you're going to get positioned as an expert anyway. It's going to happen. It cannot happen unless you go out and get your neighbor to become the maven. You're going to become the expert. It's going to happen. If you start to publish content, good content, it's going to add to your expert status. Now, when they start to see you're a real person, now, if you're worried about being really poor in front of camera, we're going to come to that in a second. It could be you're awesome in front of camera. So I'm thinking straight away, top of my head, Johnny's been on TV. Damien's got the right capacity. I can imagine, Damien, I've never actually met in real life. Dion, I can imagine being really smooth on camera. For those of you who are thinking, yeah, but that isn't me, there's a way around it. So don't start to get put off by, I don't want to be on camera, I don't want to be using video, or I don't want to be doing this, or it's too complex. It isn't complex at all. I'm going to show you in a second. But the first thing you want to do is you want to position yourself as an expert. Now, what you're dealing with, your prospects, whether it be client or candidate, you're dealing with different modalities. We talk about the left brain and right brain very often. Why? Because that's the drivers your clients to take action, your candidates to take action. Decision makers can be more process orientated than other elements of your marketplace. But the more modalities we can add to your marketing, the more engagement you're going to get. And that's a simple fact. That's not something that's come out of rocket science or us doing any testing. That's just base. So we want to position yourself as the expert. We're not talking about doing a 20-minute video and shooting, but we want you just to be in front of the camera in some way and wanting you demonstrating that you understand your client, you understand your candidate, and you understand how to make their life better. And we're going to give you the steps to do this. Now, the next awesome thing you can do with this type of webinar video is you can bait the call or bait the magnet. So what do I mean by that? So someone's come to a page, and they come to the page, they sign up for a webinar, they've never met you before, don't know who you are, and then you're saying, complete a survey so we can come out with really good content for the webinar, or we want to get the prospect onto a telephone call, so an inbound call, whatever it might be. What we can do at this point is we can bait the next step. So the next step might be you have a call with a client. So they signed up for a webinar, or they've downloaded your 7 top tips, or they've uploaded their CV. So let's say, for example, they've uploaded their CV. It could be you might get some candidates uploading their CV, and you know they can give you some really good referrals, or give you some really good market intel in terms of the business they're in now, etc., etc. It could be that if someone was doing a Maven webinars for clients, you want to get the client onto a call. So they've entered upload the CV or enter their email address. They come to a thank you page. They come to the page now where we're going to get them to then take the next step. What we want to do is bait the call. So you're not just going to say, hey, listen, my name's Joe Bloggs. I'm an awesome recruiter. I'm here. I'm the best recruiter in DevOps, and I'm going to save your day. Register here for a 15-minute DevOps strategy session, and I'm about to save your butt and save you lots of money. No, I'm being facetious, but you see where I'm coming from. Same with your magnet. Download the 7 top tips to hire the best talent in Java. A little bit yawn. So what we can do with a video, we got time to actually go through an actual process. A very quick process. And we can bait the next step. We can actually make the next step exciting for them to actually book a call with you. Upload their CV if they've not done that already. Download the magnet. So you can fit the video in at many parts of your funnel. But it gives you the opportunity to actually set up the next step, whatever the next step may be. It might be a call. It might be downloading a lead magnet. It might be whatever it might be for you, CV. But it gives you the opportunity to bait it in a real structured fashion, not just text. It gives you a real clear opportunity to demonstrate you get their problem. It really lets you stand there, and we all know the stats. Was it 7% are actual the words we say, etc., etc., 93%, all that good stuff. We're not going to go into base like that, but things change when you start communicating. One of the things we get over and over again with messages to us is your passion comes across consistently. It comes across. That's something we get again and again and again. Now, some of you, I imagine with Johnny, for example, your authority is going to come across the way you speak. Damien, your empathy towards your marketplace, which is mad, bearing in mind you've gone through the avatar process and it's completely changed your understanding. But one thing I get when we speak, You really get and empathize with your clients. Now, clients wouldn't understand that content. Clients wouldn't find that content of high enough quality. Clients wouldn't. You really empathize with the client. Each of you have got a different element that's going to drive the client to, in some way, bond with you, or the candidate to bond with you. Barry, your humor. This doesn't come across in base text. You can't be sarcastic when you've got a landing page of text. You can't be funny when you're giving out content when they actually don't know you. But it shows you get their problem. You can demonstrate you get the problem, the actual problem, the 7%. I get the problem in words. But then you can actually demonstrate that you really get their problem. You can get deep inside their psyche. And this is important. If you're thinking, well, I can just put it on a page. No. This is the reason why webinars convert so well. This is why YouTube is where it is. So you can really demonstrate you get their problem. Now with the video, you can give them the solution. You can give them a solution, as we're doing. This is your problem, this is your solution, and you're demonstrating it. You're empathizing with them. You're doing it with humor, you're doing it with authority, whatever your key facet is going to be. And then what we can do on the video is you lead them to the call to action. So rather than just say, so if you imagine your text, click the button below and do this, you're going to make it a lot more clearer. So as we do in the webinar masterclass, you're going to be stating, click the button below. What's going to happen next is the following. You're going to see a screen like this, and you might take them to the screen. What I want you to do is go here, click this. I want you to select your time zone. Now, really important, we've only got 7 spaces per month free. As you'll see here, we've got currently 5 free. I want you to click on this button. This might happen at this point. Now, if you're uncertain about this, thinking this is going to happen on the call, this isn't on the call. This is what's going to happen. So in a video, you can overcome the objections. You can really take them through step by step the call to action. So it's going to improve your conversions, for example, get them to book an inbound appointment with you. It's going to improve your conversions in terms of getting a CV uploaded. It's going to improve your conversions in terms of whatever your next step is. So you lead them to the call to action. And you overcome the objections. So a primary one, for example, if you go to Acuity Scheduling, if you set Acuity Scheduling up with Google Analytics, you can detail how many people came to the landing page, so they came to your page. How many people actually then clicked on a time, so they clicked on a time. How many people then actually went to fill out the questions? So you've got 3 conversion points. So you can see when people fall out of the process. So on a video, you can say, you might come to the page and you think, right, I'll click on this. At this point, you may be thinking, yeah, but on the call, it's going to take too long, or on the call, I'm going to be sold to. No, on the call, we're going to be doing the following. We're here to be a solution provider. So you can overcome the objections on the call to action. So you want to lead them to the call to action, overcome the objections. And you're doing it with you, with your personality. You don't want to be getting onto any form of video, and I strongly believe this, and I'm sure that you'll all ignore this the first time you do it. You become a different person on video, whether you're recording it yourself or whether you're in front of a camera. You become this staid, professional person, and you probably will go and Google Java developer recruiter videos. Excuse me, and you'll see what your competitors are doing. Do the opposite of that. You want to do the opposite. I want you to become personalities. You don't need 1,000 clients to become multimillionaires in your industry. You don't need 1,000 candidates. All you need to do is get the right ones to become Raven fans, and that's all you need to be doing. And that's about you being completely integral to who you are. So without being a bit touchy-feely there, when you lead them through the call to action, when you're on the video, you're you. You don't change you. When you get onto a telephone call, you change then. When you meet them face to face, you change. The funnel starts falling down already. You're just you on the call. You're just you on the video. You're just you in the text. So in the call to action, you take them through the steps. Then very simply, we get it out. We get it out. So if you think about what you got in your business now, so whether you've got people downloading lead magnets, whether you've got people giving you uploading a CV. When they upload the CV, what happens next? Do you then try and get referrals out of them? When they upload the CV, do you try and get any form of intel on the business on? What do you do next after that? When you have people come to any form of lead capture page, whether it be a lead magnet page, whether it be to whatever it might be, what do you do next? So let me ask you a question. How do you think, before we get into the implementation, so now to frame the next 20 minutes or so, how is this going to help you? How can that help you Where in your business do you think you can plug holes or start to create a relationship face-to-face, or at least computer to computer with audio at the minimum? Where do you think you can use that? I want to know, because let's see where we can apply it in the next 20 minutes. Brian, I know there are potential clients among my 200,000 niche, just don't know where they are, and that's why we want to be engaging with them, Brian, using a filter. So we will do that. And that's also why the next 90 days, Brian, it's important we get that strategy in place, which I mentioned on our email, which is cool. Johnny, client fast track 8, 9s and 10s, schedule a call via Acuity. Client slow track 1 to 7s, download a 7-step performance hiring system. Get their email address, puts them on the nurturing track, absolutely. Candidate fast track 8, 9s and 10s, send in the CV. Candidate slow track 1 to 7s, download the 12 steps again. Again, email address puts them on nurturing. This is what Johnny said there. He's picked this up on the ball straight away. Client fast track 8, 9s and 10s, you schedule a call via Acuity. The client slow track, they download a 7-step performance hiring system that demonstrates authority. Candidate fast track 8, 9s and 10s, send in the CV. Candidate slow tracks 1 to 7s, download the 12 steps to grow their whatever career, increase their X salary. So separated 2 tracks there, fast track, slow track. Does that make sense, everyone? Dion, this is great for my niche. People really want transparency and to be authentic. Absolutely. Barry, my humor. Haha. Yeah. Jorge, Facebook or LinkedIn. Not sure what you mean. You can use it as a landing page on both. We've actually got a link, a Facebook training coming out. It's part of our next 90 days. We've got again, a copy and paste for you for the ad, a copy and paste for you for the funnel, etc., etc. That's all coming, Jorge. Let me know what you mean exactly, though, around that. Mitch, yeah, instead of a survey, you can follow the webinar. Dion, we've got 3 ebooks people can download, can use this on the thank you page. Absolutely. Develop prospects into clients. Absolutely. Candidate, continue to build candidate avatar, survey with future content. Yeah, absolutely build the avatar. Laura, my next webinar is designed around the survey results provided by my residents. Good stuff. I can address them personally about this. These are challenges that they name. Exactly. Brilliant. So Laura's done something epic there as well. So Laura she surveyed her marketplace. Right, what's your problems? What's your problems? So she's got a webinar on their problems. They come to the webinar, they sign up for the webinar. So we got a webinar focusing on your first problem, your second problem, your third problem. Brilliant. Come through to the thank you page. Hey, it's Laura here. Just got in from riding my horses. I'm saying a smile on my face, Laura. So we come in, just been riding my horses. Really excited about the webinar we got. So we're going to be focusing on ABC. Now on the webinar, we're going to be doing this, and they're going to get to see you. You become a real person. And so at the top of the call, Laura, I think you're going to be a prime candidate for doing this, and I actually think in front of the camera as well, which we'll come to. So exactly. So you surveyed them, and on the video, you can then, again, on the video, you can say, re-verify, these are your 3 problems. These are the 3 solutions you need. And we're going to go through the structure of the video now. But epic. That's exactly it, Laura. John, we're creating a video, we're creating a voiceover and kinetic typography combo video call to action that will be useful. If you mean whereby, for example, as you speak, the audio that types on the screen, there's softwares out there which can do that for you pretty cheap. It's been around now, if that's what you mean, John, for quite a few years, about 4 or 5 years. It used to convert really, really well. It doesn't convert quite so well now. In your marketplace, less people will know about it. In my marketplace, of course, lots of people know about it. So it'd be relatively new in your marketplace. So it probably will work better than nothing. But let me know exactly what you mean, if that's what you mean by as it types on the screen. So there's software out there that allows you to do it. Also, I'm not sure whether you guys have got a Mac or Mac have got a dictation software. So as you speak, it will type onto the screen also. But the best thing to do is actually, in fact, we'll come to the solution in a second. Laura, this is great. Yeah, you're going to be epic at this. I know you are. Johnny, just covered that. Using Fiverr. Yep, Fiverr's a great place, John. $5, $10, $20, just the place. But let me know exactly what you mean by the video. Is that what you meant, as I said? So it types on the screen as you speak. Let me know if that's what you meant. Hey there, so what do you think about that then? So the intent of that session was really just to let you understand that there are many companies like you in the same position. It's really just to let you understand that I get where you're at. So there's five key problems you might have there that you can relate to, and if you are, I completely empathise with what you are going through right now. But really what I want you to focus on is the outcome, to actually turn that around. So I've given you 5 key indicators and 5 key steps you might be able to move forward with. I've not given you templates, I've not given you the how-to, I've not given you the tools, I've not given you the overarching integrated strategy. It's only a quick video. But what we can do is this: we can jump on an agency growth action plan call, and on that call I will give you the how-to, and I will give you the steps, and I will give you the strategy. So on that call, what we can do is this. Before the call, I want you to just complete a couple of questions for me, so I've got some context, and then on the call we can do this. If you need clients, I'm going to give you 3 strategies specific to your niche that are going to help you get, not just attract and all that woo-woo, but actually get clients that are going to pay you in the next 30 days. So you actually get clients who are going to pay you. That's inbound clients coming to you saying, Mark, can we speak on Tuesday at 2 o'clock? Rachel, on Thursday, can we speak at 4 o'clock? Nigel, Monday, can we speak at 7 o'clock? So actually clients coming to you. I'm going to show you how to do that. Number 2, if you need candidates, I'm going to give you at least one inbound system, to get candidates. And not just any candidates, but the candidates you need to get paid. So if you're searching on job boards, they're the candidates you cannot place. They're the ones who are open to everyone else in the marketplace. There are those who are actually looking for roles. They're those who have been placed before and have been asked to leave the company. They're not the candidates you want. You want the candidates who are passive, as you know. And the third thing is, whether you're looking for automation, whether you're looking for inbound, whether you're looking for systemization, whether you're looking to scale, go from 100k to 500k, or go from 500k to 1 million, or whether you're starting up and looking to get to your first 200k, I'm going to give you that momentum. So we're going to do that on an agency growth action plan. So look below, click the button below, schedule your call. There's just a handful of questions there, literally just a handful. Give me as much information as possible. We're going to get on that call, and then we're going to get into solution mode. So I look forward to speaking to you soon. The places are strictly only for those who are really serious about change. So as you can see, you've only got a handful of appointments there. So click the button below and really think about this. Are you looking to change your business now? Are you looking to really move from the old way of doing things to, yeah, I want inbound? Now, if you go to our website, you can go and check out dozens and dozens of case studies and all sorts of cool tools, strategies, webinars, all that cool stuff. But click the button below, schedule that call before they all go. I think we've got 5-6 appointments left, and then we'll get on to that 15-minute call, and let's knock this out of the park. So let's get on the agency growth action plan call, and we'll speak soon. Take care. Bye-bye.